Hi, this lesson is to show you how to do the Tunisian simple stitch or the Afghan stitch. What you're going to need first is, of course, your yarn and a Tunisian hook. Now, a Tunisian hook is, as you can see, a very long hook. It doesn't have the same thumb rest that most crochet hooks have, but it does have the length, almost like a knitting needle, to allow you to keep stitches on the hook without them falling off. To begin, you make your slip knot, and then, as usual for most crochet, you chain your yarn. For this demonstration, we're just going to do 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now, this is where a Tunisian stitch differs from most crochet. Most crochet, what you would do is you would then go back, pull your loop through, and then pull your yarn through your 2 loops so that you would then end up with 1 loop on the hook. With the Tunisian stitch, what you do is you go through the loop, pull the yarn through, and hold it on your hook. So we're going to go back and do that. Pull through, hold it, and you will increase the number of loops that are active on your hook. Just like knitting, this keeps several stitches active, whereas in traditional crochet you only have 1 active loop or 1 active stitch. You do this all the way to the end of your chain. So that we end up with 12 loops, just like 12 stitches on the hook. Now, to go back, in Tunisian crochet, you do not turn your work as you would normally in a crochet project. You simply continue and go backwards. You work backwards on the hook. So what we do here is we chain 1, so you wrap the yarn around your hook and pull through 1 of the loops on your hook. So you chain 1, and then you pull, you wrap your yarn over, and then you pull through 2 loops on the hook. And you continue doing that. Wrap the yarn over, pull through 2. 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 When you get to the end, you pull through the last two and you're left with one loop on the hook. You have now created the Tunisian base row. Now to continue with the Tunisian simple stitch, to go back, as I said before, we do not turn the project on a Tunisian project. So to go back, you will now take your hook, insert it in the horizontal stitch here. Not sure if you can see that really well, but as you look at the piece, there are horizontal stitches going all along the side. And those are the stitches you're going to use to create your next row. So you will go under that stitch there, yarn over, pull the yarn through, and keep it on your hook. Put your hook through the stitch, pull, yarn over, pull the yarn through that one stitch, and keep the stitch on the hook. Again, insert behind the stitch, yarn over, and pull through this one stitch. Insert the hook behind the stitch, yarn over, and pull through the one stitch. Once you get the hang of it, you'll find that it's fairly easy to do, and that working with a number of stitches on the hook isn't that bad. However, you do need to get used to it. Insert the hook behind the stitch, yarn over, pull the yarn through, and leave on the hook. You will do this to the very last vertical stitch here. So you insert the hook behind the last vertical stitch there, yarn over, pull through, and you should have 12. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. If you do not have 12, you need to look and make sure that you went through all the vertical stitches and that you didn't skip any. And then, the same way that we went back the last time is how we're going to go back this time. We're going to yarn over and chain 1 through the first stitch. Chain 1, so you're still working with 12 stitches. And then you're going to yarn over, pull through 2, 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 and now you have completed the first row of the Tunisian simple stitch. The Tunisian stitch is also called the Afghan stitch because it is used a lot for Afghans. However, there are variations on the Tunisian stitch that allow you to use it for a lot of different things that you may make. Scarves, placemats, anything that you want to have a nice tight crochet that also kind of looks like weaving and in some cases looks like knitting. So to continue, as I'm demonstrating here, you simply do what we did the last time. You put your hook through the vertical stitch, yarn over, pull through. 1. Insert your hook behind the vertical stitch, yarn over, pull through. 1. Insert, pull through. Insert, pull through. Insert, pull through. Insert, pull through. To the last vertical stitch. That's an easy stitch to miss because it's there at the end, but you do want to go through that stitch because it is the 12th stitch. It will keep your stitch count correct throughout your project. Chain 1 by yarning over and going through just the first stitch. Chain 1, that is your turning chain actually in Tunisian stitch. And then yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. I usually end at the at going on to 2 rows, but because the texture of the Tunisian stitch, I really wanted you to see it, I decided to do this final row for you, the second row, so that you can see what your piece will look like once you've completed your row. My yarn is and there it is. That is your Tunisian simple stitch. If you have any questions, feel free to leave me a comment or email me. And as always, have fun.